Hello fellow gymnasts, my name is Yiva and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I will be sharing everything that you guys need to know on how to treat and take care of your rips at home, how to deal with them at the gym, and how to prevent them for next time. Quick disclaimer, I know that this video may be long, but trust me, it includes all the information that you're going to need to know about rips. Okay, so you just ripped and your coach is telling you that you need to get back onto the bar right now, you cannot waste any time. Here's a quick alternative on how to take care of it. You're going to take the powdered chalk that is in the chalk bucket and you're going to shove it into that rip. Not really sanitary, but it's going to even out your skin so that you don't have a hole, because when you go back onto the bars, it's just going to be rubbing on that hole. But if you shove chalk in there, it's going to make the skin even so that it's the same thickness as the rest of your hand. Also, if you rip and you have a flap of skin still hanging onto your hand, you have to clip it off because your body's not going to magically sew it back in like it's a threading needle. It's not going to sew that flap of skin back on. You need to clip it off so that your new skin can grow in towards the center of your rip. So if your coach is being nice and they're going to give you some extra time before your next turn on bars to take care of your rip, you're going to do one of two things. You are either going to whip out a balloon or your pre-wrap and tape. Get your pre-wrap out and put it around your hand. But if you go around and around and then you put your tape on top and go around and around, once you get back onto the bars, the edges are going to start to roll up to each other and it's going to be like that, basically. It's not going to cover up your rip anymore. It's going to hurt and it's going to rub. It's not going to feel good. In order to prevent that, you're going to take a pre-wrap and you're going to go around the back of your hand, around and underneath your thumb. You're going to do this 2 times. You do this 2 times because pre-wrap is really thin and it breaks easily, so it's not going to last long. Go underneath your thumb 2 times and then go back up and around again. Okay? And then tear that off. Now you're going to take your tape and do the same thing, but you're only going to go underneath your thumb once because tape is stronger and you don't need to go around 2 times. Pretend I have pre-wrap on, okay? You're going to go on top of your pre-wrap, up and around, okay? And then this is when I would go around the back of your hand and underneath your thumb. Go up and wrap again, just like that. Okay, the back of your hand going on top of your thumb and like that. And then tear that off. Now for the balloon remedy. What you're going to do is get yourself a pair of scissors and balloon out. And it's going to be kind of hard to show you guys because I already made holes in these months ago. Basically, you're going to take a finger and you're going to push it into your balloon and cut a hole and move over to the side of your balloon and cut another hole. So now you have 2 holes in here so that it can go onto 2 different fingers. So let's say you get a rip underneath your middle finger. Put your pointer finger through the hole, then put your ring finger through it too. You're going to stretch it out. Or if your rip is underneath your ring finger, then, put the holes onto your middle and your pinky. Now you're going to take your tape and pre-wrap, or if you just have tape, you're going to stretch it down and you're going to put the pre-wrap around your wrist and then put your tape around it. And it's going to hold it down in place and then you can put your wristband and grip back on. Hey guys, it's a lot later in the day. I'm going to insert this into the video, but I thought of another way of how you can cut balloons up to put them on your hands. If this is uncomfortable for you, or if you're not getting enough coverage because this doesn't really cover up that much, I'm going to show you guys another way of how to cut the balloon up. So rather than cutting a hole right in the middle of the balloon, you're going to go on top of the balloon. You're going to cut down like this. Okay, just like that. And you're going to do another one a little bit over so you can put 2 fingers through, okay? So now you have these little slits. Now you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut just one side of the balloon and you're going to go all the way up until you get to the very top. I'm probably going to speed this up real quick and show you. So now it's completely open, completely flat. This is going to give you more coverage. So, put your fingers through the slits that you put on the top and the other finger. And this gives you a lot more coverage, as you can see before. And yeah, I hope that this is helpful. Now that you guys know how to deal with your rip when you're at practice, what do you do when you get home? Well, I'm about to tell you, so let's get into it. You're going to have to pour some hydrogen peroxide onto your rip because this is what's really going to kill off those germs, bacteria, and prevent you from getting an infection. Now, to help from the stinging part from the hydrogen peroxide, as soon as you pour it on, you're going to set it down, take your finger and just really squeeze right next to where the rip is. Putting pressure onto the area that's near my rip really helps me with the pain. So just do that, and I can guarantee that it is going to be a little bit less painful if you do that. Hey guys, I forgot to add something in. I just wanted to say, if you have any plastic gloves and it hurts to like put water on your ribs, you can shower gloves on. And to keep the water from going in, you can just take a hair tie, put it around, and yeah, no water will get into your glove and you can shower in peace. Now, if you want your rib to heal nice and fast, then this is what you're going to do before you go to sleep at night. You're going to get some ointment or a rip balm. Now I'm going to be sharing with you guys some expensive yet really helpful rip balms that will help your ribs to heal quicker. The 3 rip balms that I will be sharing with you guys is Rip Stopper, Rip Fix, and Joshua Tree. I read the reviews online for all of them and they all sound amazing and that they work really well. Here are some other products that you can go buy at the store if you don't have time to wait for the Rip Balm to come into the mail because it's going to take a few days, or if you just cannot afford it because they are really expensive. Like ointment that you can run to the store like Kroger, CVS, Walgreens, whatever store that's probably going to be selling some ointments, you can go get yourself Preparation H. I've heard a lot of people talk about it and say that it works great for them. Personally, I don't think it gets the job done too quickly for me, but everyone is different, so you always gotta try it out. Or if you're not able to find Preparation H, you can also pick up A&D. So after you buy your Rip Balm or your ointment, whatever you're able to get, you're going to be making yourself a special sock. It's going to be the glove that you're going to wear when you're sleeping at night. So get yourself an old long sock and some scissors. First, what you're going to do is you're going to take your sock and scissors and you're going to cut right where the heel part is. You're going to cut right above that. After you cut it, you should end up with 2 pieces. You have the part that's on your leg and the foot part. Now, I already made these like a long time ago, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut them without actually cutting them because I don't have any other socks I can cut up. You're going to take the foot part of your sock and put it on your hand like this. Now take your scissors and you guys see where these brown lines are? This is the area you're going to cut that completely off. And then you're going to make a hole for your thumb so it can stick out. Now, my thumb is actually right here. That's not where you're going to cut the hole. You're going to cut the hole where your fingers and thumb meet, which mine is about right here. So this is where you're going to cut a hole so that you can stick your thumb out through there. So far, you should be able to slide it through. You have a place for your fingers to go and you have a hole for your thumb. Okay, now what you're going to do is make little loops for your fingers to sit through, because when you're sleeping, it's probably going to slide down and then your ointment's going to get all over the place and it's going to be really gross. So take our scissors. You're going to cut little holes for your fingers to sit through. For your pointer finger, I suggest doing the front part of the sock. So cut a little hole, put your finger through, and then with your middle finger, I would make a hole in the back. Slide that through. This is what you have so far. Cut a little hole for your ring finger. And you don't have to make a hole for your pinky, but I made one, so do a hole in the front, back. All right? And now you have your glove. Now, if you're scared it's going to slide off at night, obviously you can't go this way because of your finger holes, but if you're afraid it's going to go up, you can take the leg part of your sock that you cut off earlier, and you can layer it on top. Put it on your arm and over the wrist area, just like that. And it's never ever fallen off for me, so it's guaranteed to stay on. You're going to want to do this hand treatment every night rather than just the one night that you did get your rip, because you're going to have a faster healing process, which makes sense. You might have to do this treatment honestly for like a week because you keep on going back to practice using your hands a lot and your rips might keep on reopening a little bit each time. But if you just keep on doing this process every night, don't skip a night and be like, oh, I think that my hands are better. Just do it until your hands are completely healed. Also, don't forget to moisturize and use a hand cream with your hands. Not the first day or two after you got your rip, because you still have like open flesh. But a few days after, you're going to really want to moisturize every couple of hours, because even though you're using this ointment rip balm treatment at night, your rips are still going to crack throughout the day, and you want that to heal quick. So just make sure that you are moisturizing at all times. My mom got me Starbucks. S'mores Frappuccino. After you've done all the hand treatment and your hands are completely healed from rips and they are good as new, this is what you're going to do to prevent yourself from getting rips next time. Okay, so there's two different reasons why you rip. Either your calluses are too thin, or you don't have any at all, or your calluses are way too thick. Unfortunately, we're all going to rip coming back to the gym from quarantine because we haven't been swinging on the bars for the last few months. Therefore, all of our calluses have disappeared. Yeah, rips are actually what make our hands stronger, because when the skin grows back, it's growing an even thicker layer than it was before, and we need those calluses. But this is what you need to do if your calluses are really thick, like, you have flat skin, and then you have like a mountain of skin, which that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to shave it down or clip it down every once in a while using a nail clipper or a nail filer. So before quarantine happened, obviously I had calluses, and about once a week I would take my cuticle cutters and I would just trim down thin layers of skin to, prevent me from ripping, because my calluses can get pretty thick, and that's what causes me to rip. If you don't have a cuticle cutter or nail clippers, or you want to use a nail filer instead, then you can go out, honestly, probably to any store and buy a really cheap one. You don't need an expensive one, and dedicate it only to your calluses. Don't share between your nails and calluses, because that's just gross. But yeah, you just go over them and just sand them down, and it works. And that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys learned a lot about rip care and prevention today. If you have any additional questions about rips, do not hesitate. Go ahead and comment in the comments below your question. I will be sure to respond to you. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload, because I don't have an uploading schedule. I just do videos every once in a while. And if you guys have any video ideas, go ahead and put that in the comments too, so that I can have ideas for what I should do for my next video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!